Good morning. It's just before 7 a.m. and I'm started out on the Pacific Crest Trail out of Silverwood Lake, California. And today there is a traditional stop that thru hikers make at a McDonald's located at Cajon Pass. So I have about 14 miles to get to that McDonald's, which is located off Interstate 15 at Cajon Pass, as I said. And here's a sign right here telling me 13.6 miles. 13.6 miles. Starting out this morning, I have about 1,000-foot climb up into these mountains, and I'm feeling tired today, like just general overall fatigue. So it's a mental battle to try to push through and especially try to finish this climb before the heat of the day arrives, because that's going to hurt even more. Today is my 1-month anniversary of being on the Pacific Crest Trail, which feels incredible. I am loving this adventure so much, and it feels like it's been a lifetime already, and it also feels like, how's it already been a month? It's such a strange feeling, but anyway, I'm gonna put an earbud in, listen to some music, and try to get up this hill as quickly as possible. Just one earbud so I can listen to what's going on around me, for rattlesnakes and stuff. Triumph. Here's the other side of that pass. Oh, I'm getting bitten. I would like to thank the black flies for biting me so frequently that I had no choice but to essentially run up that path, even though I didn't even think I had energy to hike it. You're currently still biting me and swarming me, so I guess I should continue to hike. Just gotta figure out where the trail goes. I surely do love a meadow. Wow, it's so beautiful. I'm stopping for a quick shoes off break before I hit the next stretch. I have about 6 miles left, and from where I am, I have the last climb. It's not much, but I thought, oh, I might as well take a little break now. And there's this beautiful, cool coastal breeze coming. I mean, I'm still quite inland, but I have been moving more west towards the coast along the Pacific Crest Trail. And having lived in California enough in my life, I recognize this breeze as coastal. And it just feels amazing. And it's keeping those nasty little black flies away. So, yes, I'm happy right now. Getting close, getting very, very close. You can see the cars on the Interstate 15 there. It's a bit unexpected, but I actually decided to check into the one hotel here at Cajon Pass. It's called the Cajon Inn. They have a hiker rate. I think it was like $89 or something like that. It's pretty affordable, under $100 after tax and everything. And the reason I did that was, one, I was feeling pretty exhausted. Although after resting at McDonald's on my way walking here, which is like a 20-minute walk, I was starting to feel better. So I was like, oh, I could have hiked further today. It's my 1-month trail anniversary, and I thought, let me treat myself a little bit. So I'm nice and fresh and clean, and it feels amazing to be clean, honestly. So I just kind of wanted to spend a few minutes talking or reflecting on some of the impressions that I've had on the trail so far, being 1 month in. Is it what I expected? Just a lot of different things. So the first thing that kind of came to mind when I was in the shower was thinking about food. And by this point, some of my videos from being on trail have already been published, and I've had comments from some people critiquing my food choices and so forth. And the interesting thing is I'm actually primarily sending resupply boxes at this time. The resupply boxes that I built, and I worked out the macros and the calories for every single day, and I created little baggies of like what to eat during midday time, and then breakfast and dinner. And breakfast and dinners are the higher protein things, and then midday is more carbohydrate based, but with also some protein. And that's just because I kind of had an idea of how my body operates, especially under the demand for exercise. I think I'm having an even more extreme reaction than I realized. So I have had to make an effort to include more junk food into my diet, more things like especially chips, salty foods, things like that, because I was running into situations where I had food that I was programmed to eat during the day, but the thought of eating it was physically making me gag because my body did not want to take in anything that it was going to have to like really work to break down and process. Normally, like if somebody's, dieting or just being a healthy eater, you want like complex foods that take your body a while to break down and release the energy and so forth. But when you're in the middle of climbing up a mountain, and it's your 4th day of hiking up a mountain in a row, your body says, I want to drink the calories. Like I want you to mainline calories into me that I do not have to work to break down because I'm already working hard enough. That's how my body reacts, and like I get nausea and gagging, and I like cannot eat these other kinds of foods. I am seeing changes in my body in terms of weight loss. This is not a weight loss journey, and I'm really not interested in having people try to emphasize that to me. Like I know there's a big trend on fat phobia right now, and I want my body to be healthy and to perform well, and I think I'm making the right choices in order to do that. So yeah, people that have thru hiked before, they get it. I do feel like I'm getting stronger. My muscles, my cardiovascular system, being able to hike further is definitely coming along. In relation to that, I am having some pain in my feet that I think is sort of like coming from my arches and arch support. So right now I'm hiking in, it's pretty popular through hiking shoe, at least over the past several years, which is the Ultra Lone Peak 9. And that is a 0 drop shoe, which means from heel to toe, it's essentially flat. Whereas a lot of times the shoe is gonna have like, anywhere between 0 to I think maybe 9 millimeter drop. Like if you think of like the Hoka shoes with a really big heel cushion, that's gonna be a significant difference. But right now mine is 0, so it's totally flat across. And with this kind of mileage, I don't really think that that's the best shoe for me. So I have picked out a pair that I'm going to try to get within the next 100 miles or so, shipped out to me. So hopefully that'll give my foot a little bit more support. But in the meantime, when I get up to Wrightwood, there's a gear shop there, and I'm gonna try to check out and see if they have any insoles that would work with my current shoes in order to try to help me get through those next 100 miles without creating any injuries. Another thing that comes through my head on a daily basis is this idea that every day is hard out here. I've heard the expression, embrace the suck. Okay. But what comes naturally in my mind is just every day is hard. Every day is hard, but it's always for a different reason. Some days might just be hard because the black flies are biting you and you can't stop and take a break. Some days might be hard because actually today's not that hard, but yesterday was so hard my body is beat down. Maybe because of the water carries or the elevation gain or the weather is too hot or too cold or you didn't sleep well, your air mattress deflated overnight. There are so many different factors that can make a day feel hard. But at the same time, it's really important to look for the beauty of the journey and feel gratitude for being out here, which I always feel that. Sometimes I'm like, I just don't even want to hike these miles right now because my body hurts. But I do want to experience the miles and I want to stay on trail. It's never about wanting to quit. It's just like, sometimes it's like, I just don't want to do this right now. But that's also, I think, where the growth comes from, because it's sort of like you have to do this right now. You have to do this today. But also, I think I came into this trail with the wisdom of having traveled so much already and just knowing when a moment is truly precious and when to value that moment. And so not necessarily always like wanting to push, big miles. If there's something incredible, if I come across a beautiful meadow and just want to sit for a few minutes and like take it in and really appreciate it. If I find a beautiful campsite and it's 1.5 miles short of what my intention was and I want to enjoy that campsite, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do those things because I think they build such beauty in the moment of really cherishing and enjoying what truly the trail is. The trail is not just about getting to Canada. That is my goal overall, is to be able to enjoy the whole thing thoroughly all the way up to Canada. And I think I'm fortunate in that I don't feel a great amount of stress or pressure of trying to like get there as soon as possible. There is a timeline that comes with hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. That timeline is a little bit unknown because what you're ultimately up against is winter weather hitting North Washington and creating an impassable or a dangerous trail. But we don't know when exactly that's going to happen. So I think I have the wisdom of knowing that and knowing that it's so undetermined that I'm not going to sacrifice the enjoyment along the way. So those are just a few of my thoughts for 1 month into the trail so far. And I'm going to enjoy being in this hotel, motel, whatever it is, inn. And I'll catch you when I'm back out on trail.